Welcome to the All Things New Devotion series. I'm your host, Matt Parker, and this is week 31, Transfiguration. Day 2, Unmanageable Glory. Daniel 10:6. His body was like beryl, his face like the brilliance of lightning, his eyes like flaming torches, his arms and feet like the gleam of polished bronze, and the sound of his words like the sound of a multitude. It's always seemed strange to me that modern Christians often fall into one of two camps. Some dismiss the supernatural realm as something limited to, quote, Bible times, while others become so fascinated with it that spiritual warfare turns into spectacle, speculation, and really ridiculous practice. Daniel 10 gives us a better way. It opens a window into the unseen realm without giving it more concern than is warranted. Daniel had spent 3 weeks mourning, fasting, and seeking understanding when a vision came to him beside the Tigris River. He looked up and he saw a figure clothed in linen and surrounded by signs of heavenly majesty. His face flashed like lightning, his eyes burned like flaming torches, his limbs gleamed like polished bronze, and his voice was like a multitude. The men with Daniel couldn't see the vision, but they somehow felt its terror and fled. Daniel's own strength drained from him, and he fell down, helpless before everything that was revealed. This was not an experience that Daniel could manage, manipulate, or control. We like a world that fits neatly within our expectations. Even our thoughts about God can become far too small. We often reduce him to someone who simply helps us reach our goals or improve our circumstances. But Daniel's vision leaves no place for such a shallow understanding. The messenger explains that Daniel's prayer had been heard from the very first day, yet unseen resistance had delayed the response. A spiritual power called the Prince of Persia had opposed him until Michael came to help. Earthly empires will rise and fall within a world where God's purposes encounter very real resistance, but they are never overcome or overthrown. Daniel was allowed to glimpse a reality that had been present even when he couldn't perceive it. This vision also prepares you and I for the transfiguration that we discussed yesterday. When Jesus' face shone and his clothing became radiant, the disciples fell face down in terror. Yet Jesus approached them, touched them, and then tells them, "Don't be afraid." A proper biblical worldview will hold both of these truths together, that God's glory is greater than we can manage, while his grace still brings us near. The unseen realm is very real. Spiritual conflict is real, and our strength is quite limited. Yet none of these truths place us beyond the presence or authority of Jesus. Our confidence doesn't rest in mastering these spiritual mysteries. It rests in the glorious Son who rules over everything we can and cannot see. Have there ever been times when you've reduced God to just someone who supports your plans or makes life more manageable? How does that combination of Christ's overwhelming glory and compassionate nearness help to shape your view of him, his character, and his nature? Father, you are holy and you are good, far greater than anything that I can see and greater than anything beyond what I can't see. Forgive me for sometimes reducing you to my cosmic gumball machine, present only to help me out of times in trouble. Help me recognize your holiness and authority while enjoying being near. I thank you that Jesus continues to draw near to us, to me, when my heart trembles in fear. Amen.